Hello, Ed Lasowski again, and again, welcome to our course. I want to use this video to briefly describe the grading rubrics as well as the syllabus that are used in this course. So let's start with the most important document, the course syllabus. I'm sure you're all familiar with course syllabuses, both in your classes here at Baker, as well as perhaps in other universities you might have attended. You know, the syllabus, without a doubt, is the most important document that you need to fully read and understand. I always recommend students, if they're able, to print out the course syllabus. That syllabus provides you with a very good, concise document that outlines the entire course, how it's instructed, what the learning objectives are, the material that's going to be covered, the textbook that's required, and all the rules that and guidelines that are part of our university, Baker University. So again, strongly recommend you carefully review the course syllabus to make sure you fully understand all aspects of it. The course syllabus also outlines the grading process, how grades will be determined, covers a variety of topics such as late assignments. Hopefully you won't have any, but if you do, describes very clearly how they will be accepted or not accepted. The discussion board process, our weekly papers, the term paper, as well as the weekly written papers that are required. The syllabus also provides you with a week-by-week summary for each week of the 7 weeks of our class. And I'd recommend you use that portion of the syllabus. Think of it as your checklist, making sure that you complete each weekly assignment, and you can simply check them off as you have them completed. So the course syllabus is the first document that I suggest you start with. There are also 3 grading rubrics that I'll be utilizing throughout our class. First is the discussion board grading rubric. As I mentioned in the intro video, you'll have 2 discussion board questions each week, during which you'll post your initial original response, and then for each of the 2 discussion board questions you'll be interacting with 3 or more other students on a weekly basis, and that's for each of the 2 discussion board questions. So again, the grading rubric outlines very clearly to you how I will judge the work you submit. You'll understand very clearly how your grade for the discussion board will be reached. And by all means, as we go through the class, if you have any questions on your grade, feel free to contact me. Easiest way is by email. There's also the written paper or case study or PowerPoint grading rubric. I use one rubric for any of those 3 assignments. Similar to the discussion board rubric, it's set up in a matrix format. You can see what the key criteria are. And again, I strongly recommend you review and, if possible, print out and refer to the grading rubric as you're working on each assignment. The paper is clearly defined as far as the length requirements. Of course, we're following MLA formatting guidelines, so make sure you adhere to those. But most importantly, the content. So as you're constructing your paper, you're reviewing your case study, or constructing a PowerPoint, what I'm looking for is your ability to utilize all aspects of Bloom's taxonomy. In summary, what that means is I don't want you to simply regurgitate facts that are in your textbook or in the readings. I'm looking to see you apply the knowledge that you're learning and utilize that knowledge as information through analysis, and then summarizing and synthesizing key learnings for each of those weekly papers or assignments. The term paper is one that I'm sure you've completed before, that being a term paper. The way I like to administer that assignment, though, is your term paper, similar I'm sure to other classes, is one you'll submit at the end of the class in week 7, at the end of week 7. But you'll be creating components of that term paper throughout the course. So I've outlined that in the term paper folder that you can see in the welcome, start here section of the Moodle page. It outlines very clearly what the assignment requires. very clearly what the expectations are, and you'll see the grading rubric for the term paper very clearly articulates what is required for each of these submissions. In summary, you're going to provide on the second week your title and a Venn diagram. Don't worry if you don't know how to construct a Venn diagram. I provide a sample in the syllabus. You can simply copy it, paste it into your term paper document, and then change the headings. It's that simple. Week 3, you'll be completing your initial reference list. Week 4, providing an outline of what your paper how it will be constructed. Think of it as a skeleton of your paper. Week 6, you'll submit your rough draft, and then finally week 7, your final draft. Doing it in this manner, number one, ensures no procrastination, because a significant part of your grade is based on those initial 4 submissions that you'll be doing before the final paper. But more importantly, it gives me a chance to give you feedback throughout the course and providing some tips and recommendations on how your paper can be made more robust and more thorough. That way, when you get to the end of the class and you submit your final paper, there will be no surprises. You will know if you're doing well, you will know if you're on track, and if you are off track, I will have plenty and ample opportunity to give you feedback and constructive feedback so you can make some course adjustments and get it back on track to fulfill the requirement. So again, take a look at the grading rubrics and the syllabus. I suggest, if you can, print them out. If you're not able to print them, at least save them on your computer so you can readily refer to them as you're completing each of the assignments. Take care, and I look forward to working with you in the classroom.